Okay, so this tutorial video goes along with Module 1's skills test entitled Position. And one of the main things is for you to get familiar with something called the celestial sphere model. This is not the way the stars really are, but it's the way they appear to be to us from Earth. The stars appear to be these little pinpricks of light on a dome that surrounds the Earth, right? So we've got a little guy here standing in the middle of a field. And notice that he can look in any direction. He can look south, he can look north, he can look west, which is kind of in his foreground, and then he can look east, kind of in the background. And he can see these stars that appear to be on this dome. But they don't remain stationary. These stars, or the sun, or planets, or the moon, appear to move through this guy's sky. In fact, they seem to move kind of from east to west during the course of the day and night. So they seem to be going kind of in this direction around something called the NCP, the North Celestial Pole. Notice there's also an SCP, South Celestial Pole. One thing you'll notice is that our guy, remember there he is, he can see everything above the horizon. He can see everything above the horizon. He can't, notice the horizon is essentially what's defined by his green disk. He can see everything above the horizon, but once the stars drop below that horizon, once they go below, he won't be able to see them. So he can only see half the overall celestial sphere. He can see the half that is above his horizon. Anything that's below his horizon, he cannot see. Okay, so then moving on into the activities. That just kind of sets the stage for the celestial sphere. Notice that in question 1, it kind of asks a question about this basic structure of the celestial sphere. Again, here's our little guy, and the question has to do with what he can see. Okay, same with question 2. Now notice that in question 2 there's a question about star A. So notice that star A is a star that's on the celestial sphere, and it moves through several different positions. Position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4. Same thing with star B. Notice that star B also moves through a position 1, a position 2, a position 3, a position 4. And so question 3 asks about that. Now notice when you get down to questions 5 and 6. Question 5 and 6, there's some drop downs. And notice that there's 2 actual drop downs. One drop down has to do with which direction would you have to look in order to see a star A at a particular time. And so you notice you have all these different options: north, northeast, east, etc., etc. The next column, the other drop down, has to do with how high you would have to be looking. Would you have to be looking low, high? Would you have to be looking directly overhead, or is the star not visible? Now it's very important, if you do choose not visible, or if that star is not visible to you, meaning if it's below your horizon, it's very important that you choose not visible in both these columns. So you got to choose it in both the drop downs if the star is not visible to you. But that's essentially it. That's how you operate the interface, or that's how you understand the celestial sphere images that you see in this particular skills test.